Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I just got done work for the week. It's my weekend. And I just wanted to make a quick video for tonight about a band called the Beatles. And there's three things I want to talk about. The first thing is, for you Beatle fans out there, when they, of course, recorded Abbey Road, they recorded it in stereo. It was, I think, the only album that they produced, that George Martin produced, that was meant to be in stereo. I don't even think that there wasn't a mono mix, was there? No, there wasn't. And I'm just wondering, it sounds still damn good today. But I'm wondering, what do you think? Do you think it could be remixed by Giles Martin and make it sound even more awesome than it already sounds? I'm kind of thinking he could really improve it even more, but at the same time, I don't know if I would want him messing with what's already there for the stereo, you know what I mean? Like changing things around too much, like he did in a really great positive way with Sgt. Pepper, because Sgt. Pepper, of course, was mainly meant back in the day to be the mono mix to listen to. And the stereo version was just kind of thrown together. But this one wasn't thrown together. But I'm just curious what you all think about Giles Martin messing with Abbey Road. I'm all for it, because I think Giles Martin did such a superb job with Sgt. Pepper. And of course, supposedly he's working on the White Album right now, but I don't know about that. But once again, the White Album was mainly mixed for the mono. And then they just... But they did a much better job with the stereo version of the White Album than with Sgt. Pepper. And there's great things about the stereo mix of the White Album, and the biggest one for me is hearing I Got Blisters on My Fingers, which isn't on the mono, Helter Skelter. Number two, trying to remember what it was. Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, I consider myself a huge Beatles fan, but I will say this. I'm not a big Beatles collector. Even if I had the money, or more money, because, you know, I'm a YouTube sensation. I'm just close to being a multimillionaire. But even if I could afford to buy all kinds of stuff, I don't think I would. For instance, Beatles bootlegs. I don't want to listen to crappy live bootlegs, even on the Beatles anthology. I really didn't care for the live stuff that was on the anthologies, the early stuff. And I would just kind of skip it. I'd maybe listen to it once. I'm just not that interested in it. I just love their studio work. And of course their movies and their official videos. And the one thing this is actually number three, kind of combining them. The one thing that would be nice to see that I've never really read anything about is the Beatles' Christmas songs that they did for their fan club every year. And at one point, of course, it wasn't official that I know of, but there was a Beatles album made called the Beatles Christmas Album, but I believe it was just a bootleg. And I actually had it at one point in the early 80s, and then foolishly, I don't even know what happened to it, I don't remember. But I ordered it from somewhere in the States, and probably waited like a few weeks or like a month or whatever. And when I finally got it and all excited, I opened it up because I'd never heard it. They didn't have the internet back then. I opened it up and it looks really cool, great cover to it. And I take the vinyl record out and it was broken. it was in half. So I wrote to the company, and luckily they sent me another copy of it, and I really enjoyed it. I guess in a way I thought it was, maybe I was a little disappointed because there wasn't a lot of music. It was mainly them goofing around and being Beatles, of course. But I love that Christmas time is here again. It's actually almost a Beatles song. You know, of course they goof around in it too. But that would be really neat if they could somehow remaster, remix that, and have it as an official album at some point. But I don't know if they'd, I don't even know who I guess, I don't know who would own the rights to those recordings right now. Sony Music, is it? Or, I don't know. I'm a real Beatles expert. So yeah, I just wanted to say, as much as I love the Beatles, I see other, for instance, Fit to Be Tie-Dyed. You should check out his videos. He always leaves comments, not all the time, but a lot of the time you'll see his comments on my videos, so you should go and click on it when you see Fit to Be Tie-Dyed, because he does a lot of really good Beatles videos. And he's got a lot of vinyl, and I'm just not as interested in being a collector of Beatles stuff that isn't official Beatles stuff. But I'm just curious, are you how big of a Beatles fan are you? I guess I'm a small-time Beatles fan, you know, because I just mainly just absolutely love their studio work. And like I said, their official videos and the anthology series and everything. So that's it. I'm done. I hope you leave some comments below about Abbey Road, the Beatles Christmas album, and if you're what kind of a Beatles fan are you? Are you a huge collector, or you don't really care about collecting everything? Thanks for watching. Have a great morning, noon, or night. Bye-bye.